Okay, I've laid out the materials for Senso. On the other side up here at the top is one player's set of materials. The materials you see laid out here represent one player's set of cards. The player's the blue ninja. I have the opponent here, which is the orange ninja. I have my player sheet, which is where I'll play all my cards, and I have 4 clear card holders. Now the key to playing Senso is the use of the card holders and how you orient the cards inside the vinyl card holders. Now they are clear, but they'll have an opening at the top. All cards are played in the card holder facing one of the 8 directions. So for example, if I have a move card here and I place this in my card holder in one of the 8 directions, you'll find that when you're playing the game, you'll play your actions. Your first action, your second action will be played here on the player's sheet, and they'll be played upside down, so you'll actually lock in several actions. So in this case, I'm locking in a move, and then I'm going to lock in a leap action. You'll also have a block and a weapon card that are set up, but we'll cover that a little bit later on when we talk about blocking and weapons. Okay, once all players have put in their starting cards, which they'll have a starting weapon, starting block, and they've locked in their actions, they'll reveal the cards and resolve their actions at the same time. So my opponent would do the same thing. They would lock in their actions, and then we would reveal our first action together, and then we would look at the direction of the action, and that's what we would do on the board. Now the direction the ninja's facing does not have any bearing. Only the card and how it was placed in the card holder will determine what is done. So in this example, I'm moving one space in this diagonal direction because that's the orientation of the card in the card holder. Again, the opening's at the top here. So I would move right here if I played that card. Now, once that card has been resolved, the first action is done, you will slide your secondary action into the first action location, and then every player will decide what they want to do as the action following that. So they'll go ahead and place another action in the card holder, place that down. Once every player has locked in their second action, all players will resolve this action by revealing it and performing the action. I've already showed you a move, and now I'm going to show you a leap. Now, interesting enough, a leap is restricted on when it can be played. You have to first play a move card before you can play a leap card. Now here's how a move card works. And let's say that the orange ninja was sitting right there. With the leap card, you can actually leap over one space that an opponent's in and into the following space. It's a 2-space move, but you actually move over the center space. Again, that card can be played as long as a move card was played in front of it. Now, you'll keep your momentum if you're leaping because the leap is considered a movement action. So I could actually perform another move if I wanted to. I could continue to perform leaps. As soon as I do anything other than play a move or a leap card, however, I'll lose my momentum and I won't be able to leap. So there's 2 cards that we've shown you in the game. Now let's talk about some of the other cards. That's how you move around the board. You have your movements and leaps. Now there's several ways to attack. The first one that we're going to cover for you is the shuriken. And you can see the shuriken has a direction of attack. You'll orient the shuriken in the card holder similar to any other action. Again, you'll put down your 2 actions. I don't have a secondary one showing, but when the action is revealed, and let me position myself as the blue ninja here, and we'll position the ninja over here to give an illustration of how the shuriken works. When we reveal the shuriken, again, the direction the card is in the card holder, and keep in mind the opening is to the top. Based on this direction, I am throwing the shuriken this way, and I can actually hit the orange ninja. Now, regardless whether I hit anybody or I miss anybody, the shuriken is the only card in the game that once you play this card, you will remove it from your deck completely. Every other card that you play in the game, like the moves, the attacks, the blocks, will go back into your hand when you're done using them. Since this is a shuriken, it's a one-time use, I will remove it completely from my deck. Alright, that's probably the most simple form of attack. Another way that you can attack is via the flying attack card. Now the flying attack card is actually a combination move and attack. And again, I'll orient that in the card holder to give you an illustration of how it works. And I'm going to move my blue ninja over here, and we'll move the orange ninja, which is my target, over to here to show this. All players will reveal their actions, and they'll be resolved simultaneously. Now, the flying attack allows you to both move and then attack. So when everybody else is moving and the movement actions are occurring, you would move the one space indicated by the flying attack direction, and then you would attack the space located right in front of the space you just moved to. So you move one space, you attack one space. So in this example, I moved one space to here, I could actually attack the orange ninja. Like the leap card, the flying attack is restricted on when it can be used. You have to first play some sort of move card before you can play a flying attack. If you don't, it's considered an invalid action and you just stand still. Okay, now we've talked about the shuriken and the flying attack. Now we have weapons in the game, and the only way to use a weapon is to use it with the attack card. So again, the orientation of the attack card will matter for what direction you're attacking. And let's say that I'm attacking in this direction. Now that'll get played and cycled up. The weapon that you have in your hand will matter as to what happens when you attack. So for this example, I've got the katana as my active weapon, and I'm going to reveal my attack direction. And let's put my opponent right at this location here. Now that we've got the katana up, we're going to reveal our attack direction here. Now we see that I'm attacking off at that angle. I'm going to put some chips on the board to help illustrate where I'm attacking and then how the pattern is applied depending on what weapon's in use. Based on my attack card's direction arrow, that green chip represents the direction of attack. Now the katana has 3 attack spaces. Think of the spaces around the blue ninja as locations, or a circle around the ninja that those pattern applies. If we look at the blue arrow on this card, we can see that the pattern is either side of that arrow. So if the green chip represents the direction of attack, I can choose that as my attack location, or I can choose either side of it. So I'm actually going to move the orange ninja a little bit to the side to show you where my attack choices are. Now the orange ninja was here, and with the katana in that attack direction, I could choose to attack any of the locations that have the poker chips in them. So I could attack this red location, the green location, or I could actually attack and hit the orange ninja. Now if I have a different weapon up, that may not be the case. I'll keep the green chip there to indicate the attack direction, but I'm going to switch the weapon up. In this example, I've got the Kaosin Ki. The Kaosin Ki has a 2-space attack pattern that goes in a straight line. If the Kaosin Ki happened to be my active weapon at the time I revealed the attack card, I would have a slightly different attack pattern. I would have the direction of attack plus the space in front of it. So I'm going to put these chips down. There's the green indicating the attack direction, and then when I look at the pattern, that red chip represents the additional space that the pattern gives me. So I would actually just miss the orange ninja with that attack if that was my active weapon. Now you can score glancing attacks or glancing points for this type of attack. Now we'll get to that when we talk about scoring, but that would just be a glancing. It would not be a hit. Let me look at another weapon and show you the pattern and how it would apply. Next basic weapon that we have in the game is the nunchaku. There's what it looks like. It's got a kind of a plus pattern. Forward, backward, left, and right. If that was my active weapon based on that attack direction, the green chip represents the attack direction, so front, behind the ninja and the attack direction, and either side. So if I place my red chips on the board based on that attack direction with that weapon pattern, you can see that the ninja, orange ninja, comes out right between the two attacks. So again, that's just a glancing. No matter which space I pick, I'm only attacking next to the orange ninja and I'm only getting a glancing. That gives you an idea of how the weapons work, the attack card is used, and its direction and weapon pattern is applied to see whether or not you hit anything.